the one mob in the game I just cannot stand. Hey guys, it's your boy Crafted J back with another great review, and if you haven't guessed it by now, yeah, Wither theories. Whether faction or fact, you decide. Going on to number 10, we have what is the Wither? Okay, so first off, if you don't know about the Wither, let me tell you. The Wither looks like a demon creature, and it is a black skeletal beast with 3 skulls as heads along his body. A skull here, and a skull here. That consists of a skeletal spine and 3 rib cages. It also has white eyes and a white mouth. Also, the sky will turn darker when you are within a certain range. The Wither will spin white while loading its health, and this mode is invulnerable. But it will not move or attack, only slowly fall down. When it's at full health, it will explode and send a noise heard all across the world. Yeah, a noise across the whole world. What for though? Is he calling for his homies? More Wither? And lastly, why is his death screech so loud? Christ's sakes, why does it look like he's from FNAF, the Nightmare Mango? Is the theory that once he dies and he's really calling for more Wither? For your soul, Lord have mercy on mine, please. I do not want the smoke from the gang of Wither. Hell no. Going on to number 9, we have something I like to call the behavior. This theory shows that the Wither is pretty much the crime boss of the underworld, an extremely aggressive demon that is hostile to players and all mobs except Withers and undead mobs, of course. But they are a force to be reckoned with. These theories show they are kind of like the Watcher from Marvel, but with evil powers, using souls to bring them back to life. Upon noticing undead mobs, the Wither attacks with what you call Wither skulls. If a Wither shoots a skull at the non-undead mob, but the skull hits the undead mob becomes hostile to the Wither. But it still cannot deal damage. Each of the 3 heads allows the Wither up to attack, like I said, up to 3 different times. If there's no mobs around, the Wither will teleport right behind you, so you're not really safe. If you're shot by another Wither, it will shoot each other and rise indefinitely. What type of enemy has those Thanos-like abilities? Like, what the hell? You might as well give them the Infinity Gauntlet. But I mean, they don't really have those hands to snap, so I mean, Infinity Helmet? Going on to number 8. Attacking on their own. Now this isn't like what it seems like, you know, attacking on their own or attacking their own, right? Mobs are just not safe. Nothing is really safe when you're around these Withers, honestly, because these beasts can break blocks, let alone the theory that they are the strongest bosses next to the Ender Dragon. And you know how I feel about him. Really and truly. Maybe this might be why they're so aggressive. Having to do the bidding for the Ender Dragon, maybe even being in the shadow for so long. Maybe they just want to branch out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just time to leave the coop. If you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, fighting with it is gonna be tough. They will never attack their own kind, like I said. So they won't attack the Withers. But aside from that, it's a wrap when they have you marked for their target. Going down to number 7, the Wither end boss theory. Yeah, there's so many theories about the Wither being the final true boss of the game, as they say it's an achievement only unlocked by defeating the main game boss, which is the Ender Dragon. So why? I mean, I'm an achievement hunter personally myself, so if this is true, yeah, I will definitely try to do that. But me, I'm gonna wait till the end game. You know, but as I get deeper into this review, I'll tell you a little bit more about that. We gotta go through a huge freaking dragon battle of the gods and then take on an entity that resembles the weeping angels. Like, nah, what the hell are these flying skeletons? They're just dirt nasty. Yeah. Dirt nasty. Another theory is that you can face the Wither before the Ender Dragon. Now, if this can really be done, like I said, I'll wait to the end game, but if you guys could do it, let me know. Going down to number 6, Iron Golem. Now, we all know what golems do and how powerful they are in the game. They are a force to be reckoned with as well. Now, you know, sometimes it's best to just leave them alone or make them a valuable security dog without the hassle of picking up after themselves. Theory is that a golem will beat the living heck out of a Wither with ease. I have not done this myself though, but there is also videos around the web showing off golem versus hundreds of Wither, because, you know, honestly, an iron golem, that's just strong material aside from diamonds. But I mean, gold or diamond golem would actually be pretty dope. I guess these giants just don't care who's really in front of them. Just try not to piss them off. I mean, even if it's your pet, try not to piss him off, because once he bodies the Wither, he will come for you next. Halfway through, we're coming down to combat, number 5. Now, how do we fight the Wither? We fight the Wither with bows and arrows. While this isn't recommended due to its difficulty, this method is very common among players who don't really know about the advanced SWAT tactics for killing the Wither. Theory is, if you want to have an easy time, loot, loot, loot like there is no tomorrow. A lot of the endgame gear material is needed here in order to beat the Wither, and so it is somewhat a fair fight, or so it may seem, right? There's also the second phase, which is the worst, because yeah, he gets that Super Saiyan ring I mentioned earlier, and the man just goes Ultra Instinct, dodging moves, you can't do nothing. This becomes harder with the arrows because he's immune. Where does he get these powers from? The Withering Gods? Damn it, I don't know. This method is done without the golem, as to why I didn't pair these two together. You want to keep running and using distance between y'all, shooting them with every arrow you got on deck, even status arrows. Also, if you enchant your bow and arrow, it becomes hella easy. Going down to number 4, skulls. The Wither rapidly fires explosion projectiles called Wither Skulls, which, like I said, looks like the heads of their self, okay? Like, where are they getting these extra skulls from, and how are they shooting out of their heads or arms or whatever you want to call them, okay? There are 2 types of Wither Skull, a fast black one and a slow ass blue one. The black skulls explode with a blast power of 1, the same as the gas fireball. Excuse me? A gas? Nah fam, and it cannot break blocks with a blast resistance above 4. But wait, the blue Wither Skull are strong as fuck, but moves slower and breaks all blocks except for the few unbreakable blocks, as having a larger blast resistance, bigger than the black ones. In theory, the blue ones are deadly like the Blue Man Group. I have yet to wither the strength for this one, nor do I want to summon the Wither. Going on to number 3. We have In Ties with the Ender Dragon. Not a fan of the Ender Dragon, I say it all the time. One theory is that the Wither was alongside the Ender Dragon in the Land Before Time, which you guys know. Like I just said, I have it out for the Ender Dragon because, yeah, he was enslaving mobs. So in this game, well, apparently, the Wither was kind of like the fly on the wall, waiting for the Ender Dragon's final command to use the obelisk and obliterate the old Minecraft world, leaving us, Steve, in the world we live in and craft in now. Like really, now if it wasn't so bad enough finding out the real story behind these mobs, but now the Wither too, how many people get enslaved by this damn Ender Dragon? Going on to number 2, difficulty. Yeah. Difficulty, it's a theory, trust me. The Wither by far is the most dangerous, if not the most powerful boss in Bedrock Edition. Even more powerful than the challenging Ender Dragon, and sometimes considering as the main antagonist and the true final boss of the edition. Depending on the player's perspective, I guess it's just due to the fact that you get to him after the dragon. Now in the Legacy Console Edition, which is pretty much on console, right? The theory was that Wither was the strongest, but we cannot confirm because the Legacy Edition is no longer being updated, which kind of sucks. But we all are due for a change, as now the game is primarily focused on Java and the Bedrock editions, and I play on the Bedrock edition. There's so many updates that's going to flow throughout the game, and honestly there's a lot that has changed from Java to Bedrock. So no matter which you play, the Wither will still be just as strong, but just a touch stronger in Bedrock than Java, or so it seems. Why is the console version harder than PC? Is it PC supposed to be master race? Is this theory correct? Let us know. And finally, number 1, Ancient Builders. Yeah, we've touched on this subject before, Ancient Builders. Although the game's lore has never officially mentioned by Mojang, common theories about the Wither is that it may be somewhat involved or connected to these events, which caused the disappearance of humans before the player's arrival in their world. The role of the Wither is very optional when it comes to gameplay of Minecraft, whether it is created by the players so that they can slaughter it and get the Nether Star to create the beacon, which apparently helps your characters get buffs and upgrades. You gotta save the Nether or only use it for experimental shenanigans. But if the theory is true that the game is non-linear, then may be true that we can fight the Wither before the Ender Dragon. Like I said, I might just wait until I beat the Ender Dragon before going to the Wither. Honestly, this is kind of like the end game, but just hold out the Avengers. Finally, not another number, finally, at the end, there you have it, the top 10 Wither theories. Let us know down below your Wither theories or encounters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as a wise man once told me, you gotta champion those who champion you. Crafting J, outie.